Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast hosted by yours truly, Nico Reyes, and as always, my co-host.
Free my boy, Jack Ma.
And we have a special guest for you guys today, Jay.
Hey, Jayspeeze of BussDown Investments, man. Tap in.
Let's go. Guys, besides finding Jack Ma, right? I almost went to jail when I was 22. What else did we talk about today? What else did we talk about today? Robbinhood, how we hate Robbinhood. We hate Robbinhood with a passion. Let's it's a revolution. Let's do our part in the revolution. Let's pump up AMC. John, what else did you talk about?
We talked about the stock of the week. We have a busy earnings week for this week. We have a lot of companies that are reporting. One of them's Baba and Amazon, just to name a few. We talked about what we're gonna do with AMC and how we're gonna trade it. What else?
Jay, want to plug up your Instagram, also your website?
Instagram at BussDown Investments, www.bussdowninvestments.com.
Yes, let's go. With that being said, give us a subscription button down below. Hit that. Hit the post notification bell so you guys get a nice ding, ding, ding every time a new episode drops. Give us a preemptive thumbs up because it definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's catch you guys on the episode.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, Nico Reyes, and as always, my amazing co-host,
Teflon John.
Tefleezy Focheezy in the building, and welcome back, Jayspeeze. Welcome back. Welcome back, sir. Dude, how you been?
Oh man, life is good.
Life is definitely good.
Yeah.
Life is definitely good. So for all you guys, for all the people that don't know, Jay is back from our Halloween special, from our Spooktober spectacular. We really had a great time there, and we wanted to get Jay back on the show because he's a regular on the Discord. He's a really good friend of ours, and we have some funny stories to tell you guys. And Jay's gonna talk to you guys about his project and how that's going on. But with that being said, guys, how was last week for everybody?
Jay, how was week?
I did not sleep last week.
Why? Can you tell us?
I mean, if we were on the East Coast trading, I'd get a little bit more sleep, but West Coast, we got to get up at what, 3:30, 3:45?
I mean, I get an hour extra sleep, so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He moved to Idaho to get an extra hour of sleep. That was the main reason why he moved there. There was no other reason besides waking up at 5.
That's it.
But please tell us why weren't you getting sleep though? What were your main trades?
Damn near everybody else's trades. GME, AMC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to talk about that because I want to tell everyone, what happened Tuesday morning. Actually, you know what? We all got in on it Monday after hours. No, Monday.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought that was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday because I got in Wednesday morning.
Tuesday. You texted me Tuesday.
God, this week was so long.
I know.
Yeah, this week was so long. We got in at Tuesday, and then Jay, tell us what happened Tuesday morning.
I mean, Tuesday morning, 3:45. You already texted me. So, see, this one thing. I mean, I'm still a student of the game. I'm still learning. I didn't know that you could trade pre-market. So,
where have you been?
So, I'm on the phone with TD Ameritrade at like 4:00 in the morning trying to get approved for pre-market. I'm on the little support tab and on the phone.
You can do that.
I need to get approved for pre-market. That AMC's looking spicy.
Wait,
they approved you on the spot?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really easy. Like when I called him, I said, "Hey, how come my fills aren't coming in for my options?" He goes, "Oh, you don't have a margin account." Well, how can I get a margin account? Oh, we just approved you. I mean, I didn't even ask for it.
So there you go. If you guys are looking for a new broker, I mean, TD Ameritrade, if you ask for it, they'll give it to you.
They'll definitely give it to you. They won't restrict your shit. We'll talk about that more in later. But yeah, keep going, dude.
I really want to hear your side of the story because me and Nico, we spoke about it last episode. So,
I mean, I was on the phone with TD Ameritrade, and I was texting you at the same time. Like, man, what should I get in with? You know, what do I do to get in? Like, it's breaking out of this triangle. I gotta get in. So I'm on the I'm on the computer with customer support. Like, dude, you don't see this fucking triangle coming? It's coming out this triangle.
And you
So
know
I
what,
finally got in.
bro? The best part was the night before you texted me. You're like, bro, I want to go all in on this.
Hey, that's literally what I did. I think after getting into that play, I had like $110 buying power.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You went all in, right?
Yeah.
And you still left out $110. You didn't even. You had a mercy. You had a mercy fund.
Just in case.
Just in case, at least I got $100.
No, that was for our listeners. It was actually one of the most confusing texts that I got from Jay because you know when you first started trading, okay, this was back in April. Was it April, right? Yeah.
Yeah, April.
It was just an amazing time because it was so volatile in the markets. And I kept preaching, right? I was like, Jay, you got to stay away from the penny stocks, the pump and dumps. You know, they're terrible. AMC was one of those. Okay, obviously AMC does not make sense. It's fundamentally it does not make sense, but technically, the chart was setting up for a parabolic move. Now we advise our viewers and our listeners when it comes to these pump and dump stocks, you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick in and out. You don't want to hold on to these like diamond hands over here. These two guys, they're still holding. I can't believe you guys. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. It's like we're supposed to be, role models here. But I remember when I talked to Jay, I was like, yeah, I was explaining to you about market caps, like you got the small cap, medium, and then large caps. And then you have the micro caps, the penny stocks, right?
Yeah.
AMC, said pretty much, it's a screaming get out, right? By Thursday.
Yeah.
Because of the whole fiasco, right? But no, this guy still held. These two guys still held. And I was like, dude, you guys are crazy. Like, did you not learn a lesson at all? Like, you mentioned YOLOing on it, Jay, and I was like, dude, like, I don't know if I can risk all my capital. And I also want to talk about risk. Because the moment I started realizing that my accounts are growing or were growing was when I had limited risk. So I would put a cap on how much money I could lose, right? Or I could afford to lose. But when it came to AMC, dude, I just threw in 1,000, and I was expecting to lose that $1,000. Me and Nico, we talked about it. We're like, you know what? It's a meme stock. Let's throw a bone at it. If it shoots up, perfect, right?
This is the text message. This is the text message he sent me. He goes, hey, what do you think about AMC? And I'm like, dude, I've never thought about AMC. Like, I that's not in my head. And he was like, come on, just throw a bone at it.
No, because the chart was setting up.
It was.
The volume was there, and that's super important for our listeners and our viewers. Volume is what moves the stock. Without it, the stock price will fall. Period. Plain and simple. And we're also going to talk about Robinhood, because I think this whole episode is about Robinhood and the whole restrictions.
Yeah.
But I want to get our feet wet in it. I just want to say, if there are no buyers, the stock price will come down.
Exactly.
And that's what happened Thursday.
And that's evident too.
Yep, that's what happened Thursday.
Friday too.
Friday too.
Because I woke up Friday because I thought we were all going to be on another conference call at 4 a.m. on Friday.
I woke up late.
So I texted John, are we going to go on the conference call tomorrow? And then he was like, let me text Jay. Never heard anything back. I woke up anyways. Because at the open, I bought 300 shares of AMC in the morning. So I'm here bag holding it, shot up to 15, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Let me make some breakfast for the kid. I come out and it's already at 12, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have a choice. I text John, I go, dude, you think I should sell? And he was like, wait, you're still holding this? And I'm like, yes, I'm still holding this. And then he goes, dude, I wouldn't hold that over the weekend. Watch.
That's scary.
And then I was like, John, it's holding at 13. I think I'm gonna keep it.
You guys are crazy. Like, oh my God. Like, if it does shoot up, like, kudos to you guys, because I would never, man. Dude, I've been burned so many times by penny stocks.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about halts. And remember, Jay, we talked about halts.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't it AMC was halted, what, 11 times?
11 times Thursday morning.
He halted 11 times.
Before lunch.
So, who wants to explain what a halt is?
So what happens is when there's so much volatility in a stock, right? The SEC decides to hit the circuit breaker and says, "Oh, this is too much. We want to protect you."
Bullshit.
We want to protect you from potential losses, so we're halting this and we're going to assess the situation. And then they resume it. They halt it again, and they resume it. They halt it again. So that happened 11 times on Wednesday, and
Jay, did you have a heart attack?
It was like a 3-hour long heart attack. Like, man.
You know, I'll share you an experience with halts. I don't know what ticker symbol it was, but there's this one time I was deep in a penny stock, and it halted, and then I was like, it was my first halt ever, right? I was like, what the hell is a halt? Like, it seems like bad news to me because it says, you know, something investigation, like, oh crap, what's going on over here? And then an hour later, it opened and it gapped down 40%.
Wow.
And here's what I'm like concerned about. That specific situation that you got in, right? It halts, then it gaps down 40%. We all know that the reason why stocks go down is because people sell off.
Yeah.
Right. So what would trigger that sell? I mean, what kind of volume would be needed in order for you to see a 40% drop?
Insane drop.
So that means that kind of tells me this. This is me being conspiratorial, right? This is me saying that what if these halts are made by the SEC to get the hedge funds out of those positions?
Hold on, let me get this door.
Trading Daddy for real.
Yeah, I know. Nice pants. One time he stood up to get some water and he was wearing pajamas.
At least he wasn't in boxers and socks.
Bro, one time he wore the boxers.
Yo, my bad. No,
Trading Daddy for real.
it's bedtime. What was your question? I'm sorry.
No, like I do think that these halts that we experience from time to time on these hyper volatile stocks,
Mm-hmm.
they are called by the hedge funds and say, hey, this is not good.
It's orchestrated. Yeah.
How are they able to trade while it's halted?
So plain and simple, right? I'll give you a scenario because this is what we're going to talk about with the whole Robinhood fiasco. I'll give you a scenario, okay? Hedge fund number one is deep short of AMC, right? I'll give you the scenario right here. And this is actually what happened Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So they're deep short in AMC, okay? And AMC just skyrocketed Wednesday, right? And then it gets halted. So basically these hedge funds, they're positioning themselves, okay, let's do a game plan. Let's pause for a little bit so we can have a breather and be like, hey, you know what? How about we exit at this price? Okay? And then since they have deep connections with Citadel, which is a huge backer of Robinhood, okay, they pretty much said to Robinhood, hey, you know what? Restrict buying of GME, AMC, all the meme stocks, so the price can come down. So I'll give you an example. You're in an auction, okay? You're auctioning, you're trying to auction a car, whatever. There's 100 people trying to, bid for this car, right? Now, if you put a muzzle on their mouths or they can't even raise their hands for a price, what's going to happen to that car?
The value's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Value is going to go down. So basically, the presenter is going to be like, okay, can I get 100, 110? Nope. Okay, 90. What about 80? Because no one's talking, no one's buying, no one's bidding, right? So that's what happened with Robinhood, and they pretty much let their buddies get away with it because once AMC went down to like 12 or 11, that's when they exited.
Mm-hmm.
They ran out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of covering at 19, because 11 to 19, we're talking about billions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
11 to 19, they saved, I don't know, if they had like billions worth, that could have been like 8 billion right there, for example, So it sucks that we experience this as retail traders, because on the flip side, if AMC opened at 11, we're shit out of luck. We lost so much. That's when the hedge funds are covering their shares, right?
Mm-hmm.
They made their money and we lost the money.
Mm.
Isn't that a setup?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a setup.
Bro, how messed up is that? Like, I'm furious to the ones who lost money, retail traders, because I sold Wednesday morning, right? It sucks that we've learned our lesson. So in the near future, if we see this happen again, we're going to be like, you know what? We've seen this back in AMC, GMB, whatever. We're not going to do this again. Let's just sell as soon as possible before these hedge funds pull a string on us, or they pull the rug on us.
So this is where I feel that I know this is a long shot, and I want to get your reaction to that, Jays. This is a long shot, right? What if, right, Uncle Sam decides to say, hey, we need to put more protections for the retail traders? I know it's not going to happen because they have so much money to be made, right? But what do you think that would look like if the SEC decides to give us protections?
It will look a lot more like manipulation.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still in favor of the retail traders, but you know what I mean. It's not. It goes both ways.
So that's where I'm like annoyed. I'm annoyed at the fact that this quote unquote free market that we're allowed to trade in, right? This whole free market capitalism, in a sense, is not really free market if we really look at it. Because if somebody could hit the circuit breaker and says, no, you can't touch this, right?
Yeah.
How is that free at all? Like, I know that, and this is where I really have an issue with Robinhood. Their idea was to democratize the stock market. When Robinhood came in 2016 or 2013, right? 2013, somewhere there.
I think
right.
so.
When they came on the scene, like we saw the interface and we're like, oh my god, this is how easy it is to do stocks.
And you know what? They were the ones who started the whole no commission.
Yeah, the whole no commission thing,
Yep.
right?
Everyone else followed. Yeah.
They disrupted the stock market to a point.
Which was cool.
A voice, which is really dope.
Yeah.
Everybody else follows suit. The issue that I have here is, if your business model really is to democratize the stock market, why did you let your main funding group dictate what you can and cannot do? I know that there is a financial risk to that, right? There's a financial risk to that.
Yeah.
And I know that they could have gone belly up if they didn't do that, right? But wouldn't you think that would be a better move, and somebody would have saved them if they did the right thing? I know they wouldn't do the right thing, but you know what I mean? I mean, this is me being the optimist about it, you know?
Yeah. I think they should have just kept it going. But then again, they're at the same time they still got to cover their asses. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it goes both ways. I mean, I see why they did what they did, but then again, it's still messed up for us on our side. But putting ourselves in their shoes, they're losing billions and billions of dollars on this. You know what I mean? And
There's so many damn stocks out there, and I don't know why they shorted, like AMC and all these other meme stocks.
I do understand why, though. fundamentally,
Yeah.
it was the only. It made sense for them.
Yeah.
Like if we were looking at it, we would have shorted it too.
Yeah.
Like they've.
I know you want to short it.
You're right. They've been heavy shorting on this since March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Out of all the stocks that took a dive in March, the main ones that really didn't recover are movie theaters and GameStop. For some odd reason, everybody's like, this is the perfect storm actually in terms of why GameStop is like heavily shorted.
Yeah.
Their fundamental business is trash. I've talked about this numerous times on the podcast. I hate GameStop as a company, right? And they don't have any new money coming in. They try to diversify. They even bought an AT&T authorized retailer. It's called Spring Mobile. They try to do that. Right? Because I remember when I was working for Mobile, they were like, "Oh, we're getting bought out by GameStop," and I'm like, "GameStop? What money? Are they going to give you pennies on the dollar?" Like, you know what I mean? So that happened, and they're just being they're being beaten by Amazon left and right.
No, yeah.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
One of their new board members, I think we spoke about this last episode. His name's Ryan Cohen, right? And
He's your best friend.
Yeah, my good friend. Yeah, I know him. I know him very well. Yeah,
Very
with
well.
Chewy. Yeah, he co-founded Chewy, and now he's the board of director at GameStop. Check this out. He dumped $70 million in GameStop, right? And he turned that 70-something million to like 2.3 billion.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, crazy.
Damn.
Crazy.
Straight hustler. He came in at the right time. Bro, he came in at the right time.
No,
Yeah.
I think that was orchestrated. That's definitely orchestrated, right? Heavily shorted stock, right? That has the potential to become an e-commerce giant if they choose to, right? The only missing piece was they didn't know how to do that. So here comes Cohen saying, "Hey, let me sit on your board. Let me advise you on how to transform your business." Because we've talked.
Yeah.
Remember, we talked about this on the podcast. Our first episode together is, how are you going to pivot? How are you going to change your trajectory if you are having a rough time, especially because we were locked down at that point, right?
Mhm.
And if you didn't pivot from what you were currently doing and try to find your hobby, your passion, or whatever, try to monetize what you really like doing, you weren't going to be able to survive. There's going to be harder times for you, right? So that's what GameStop tried to do, right? As traders, we saw that as an opportunity because we love e-commerce. We love e-commerce, but it came too fast. It came too fast, right? Without any type of fundamentals, without even any semblance of evidence that it was already happening.
Yeah.
Everybody just piled on, right? But think about the power of the internet and the mob mentality that we, the people, have. This is
the retail trader.
Yeah, power of the retail traders. This is the most fascinating thing. Like, think about this. A few years ago, we had Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Refresh us on that one.
So, I mean, there was some malarkey that was happening, and people were trying to realize that the only people that were holding the real wealth in the country are the 1%ers, right? The top 1% of the country, the top 1% of the population are the people who are extremely wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to start occupying Wall Street. So they started protesting, right? They started protesting in the streets, marches, left and right. Power to the people. I'm pro-protest. I'm pro-protest. Your voice needs to be heard. But fast forward to 2020, we're in a pandemic. People started learning how to trade. And we still are angry about that 1%. Give us an opportunity to band together and take down the 1%. This is exactly what Occupy Wall Street is in 2021.
Yeah, that's exactly what
And
happened.
they're scared. They are scared.
Hey, bro. Give Trading Daddies 2-3 years from now, and we're gonna be as big as Wall Street Bets.
Oh, don't stop.
You know what we're gonna be pumping? MGI, SNX.
Blockbuster coming soon.
Blockbuster is coming back.
Coming
SLB,
back.
Redbox.
No, I hear what you're saying. You know, I read an article that another hedge fund tried to save Citadel.
Yeah,
Basically, they phoned a friend saying, "Hey, can you loan me like a few billion?"
yeah. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like friends helping friends and the power of that, right? But again, this kind of showed us how disadvantaged we are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're blessed. We're blessed enough to be able to play this game. And I think that's the reason why we started this, because we wanted to give more awareness to the people, right? To show people that it's not a daunting task. It's not a big wall,
Yeah.
right? Wall Street can be broken down, right? In your own little way, you can win, right? This is an opportunity. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to build generational wealth,
Mm-hmm.
not just for me, just for my family, for my kids, right?
Exactly.
Being a master of your own your own trajectory in life is the most liberating thing you could ever have in your life.
Yeah. They don't want that to happen.
They don't want that to happen. And this is what I've talked to John about too. Remember when we were kids, we were in high school, right? The most advanced financial tip they ever gave us was to balance a checkbook. To balance a checkbook and how to do your taxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because I remember taking work education. Because you know when you take work ed, you work 20 hours a week at a part-time job and you get like free credits for school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? I made sure that I had that for 0 periods, so I would only meet on Mondays. I had my school time would start early, but then I wouldn't have to show up for Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'd still get 6th period off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah.
Lazy schedule, just extreme.
Yep.
Lazy schedule. So I was doing that, and they taught us how to balance a checkbook. Yeah, they taught us how to do taxes. Cool. But they never really taught us how to like start looking at assets the way we look at it now.
Yeah.
They never spoke about, you know, real estate investing, you know.
They still don't.
They still
Yeah,
don't.
and that's what's yeah, our educational, you know, system is completely, it needs to be revamped. It's dude, I feel like our educational system, it's still back in the 50s. We're
Yeah.
still teaching the same things, you know, 5 decades ago, you know.
And it's been revised to a point where it's disadvantageous for us minorities,
Yeah.
right? They never taught us a whole lot of stuff. Like, and that's the reason why I feel like we bring definite value, right? Definite value into people's lives. Like this past week alone, I've gotten like DMs like hitting me up like, how do you read this? How do you do that? And I'm like, all right, cool. Buy this book and ask me questions. Like, you know what I mean?
Trading Daddies Academy.
TDA. But you know, but with that being said, like Jay here has, you know, like a you know, he has his own trading group and he teaches on the side. So if you guys are interested in getting in depth, right? What John and I teach you guys are more of surface level stuff. But if you guys really want to learn in-depth stuff, I would reach out to Jay. We'll have Jay's talk about it, dude. Talk about it.
I mean, it's pretty much you know, right now I'm still doing one-on-ones, but I go over, you know, like the more in-depth stuff like chart patterns and trading strategies, and I mean, I even break it down real simple for someone who doesn't know zero about stocks. You know what I mean? The anatomy of the candlestick, you know, basic vocabulary. You know what I mean? So, I mean, www.BussDownInvestments.com. You can see everything on there.
There we go. There you go.
Are you going to be a hedge fund someday?
I mean,
It sounds like that one.
if the opportunity presents itself and I'm in a position where I can do that, then shit, why not?
One of these days, bro, we're gonna call Jay. I'm like, Jay, can you let us borrow $1 billion to cover our short?
What are you trying to short? Blockbuster.
It's all good. Just get it back to me before close.
I'm gonna wire you $1 billion.
I'm gonna use MGI.
MoneyGram International. Wow. Who? Hold on. We keep seeing MGI on our Discord. Okay, like, come on, like, just put a nail in that coffin and be like, you know what, just call it. Just it. That's it. MGI is not coming back. I'm just saying it right now. Who uses MGI nowadays? There's PayPal. There's Square. There's Venmo.
Hear me out.
What? Tell me.
Let me make a bull case for MGI.
What? It's low float.
It's yes. It's low float and it can squeeze.
It can.
It can squeeze.
But no one's gonna talk about MGI though. MoneyGram. You know who uses MoneyGram? People from Africa, bro. I'm not trying to be racist, but they're gonna email you and say, hey, you know what? You just won $1 million, but in order for you to claim it, you gotta send me money before I send it to you.
Let me tell you guys a story about how I almost went to jail. This is a true story. This is a very true story.
Go ahead.
So, I just had my first child. I was 22. First child. I was dead broke, like broke, right? And I had a 2003. Was it Mitsubishi Lancer? It was a bucket. I've banged that up so many times. I called it the cancer because it was that bad, right? So and to a point where the AC, like, to a point where if I wasn't moving and it was like stationary, it would overheat. So I had to make sure the car is running in order for it to. If I got stuck in traffic, bro, it's over for me. The car's gonna melt. It's gonna blow up. That was my biggest fear. It was gonna blow up, and I couldn't even turn on the AC because of that. And I was driving all the way to Tracy for work because I was managing the Sprint kiosk over at the Tracy Mall. Right. So around that time, I was dead broke, and then I lost my job, and then I was on Craigslist. And on Craigslist, they were like, "Oh, make this money now. Get rich fast." And I'm like, "All right, cool. So let me send this email out." I'm like, "Hey, sir," it was very professional. "Excuse me, sir. May I please know the instructions to make this money?" And then they sent me an email back. Grammar was all off. And it was like, "Yeah, what is your address? Please follow these instructions so that you can get your money right away." I'm like, "Cool." And they go, "We will send you a check. And we would want you to cash this check. And then here is a Western Union number that you need to send the money back." And I'm like, easy enough. And then they were like, "You could keep, so send this money back, but you could keep 80% of the check." And I'm like, sounds reasonable to me. I'm 22. I didn't know anything better, right? So the check comes in the mail.
For real?
The check comes in the mail. First red flag, Nigeria. First red flag is Nigeria. Right? And I'm like, and I sent an email out. I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, how come this check's address was from Nigeria? I thought you guys were an American company." Because the check itself was from the Bank of the Ozarks. Right? So, and then they sent me an email back saying, "That's just the way that the mail is routed. From here in Mississippi, it goes to Nigeria, and it goes to California."
I didn't know the earth was flat, bro. Wow.
This is how dumb and naive I was, right?
The map?
Hold on. Well, I knew where Nigeria was. So here I am. I'm like, "All right, cool. So all I really need to do is cash this check and send you guys the $2,000, and I get to keep the $8,000. Because it was a $10,000 check." I go to my bank. Go to my bank. I go, I would like to cash this check, please.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I kid you not.
Was it an actual check?
It was a physical check.
Like you look back, front, everything.
Everything looked good. It just
smelled like a check.
Bank of the Ozarks. It was a legit check.
Okay.
So I go there. The lady goes, "Oh, $10,000. Let me call my manager because I need to clear it with him."
Yeah.
Right. Manager comes from the back. Not even walks. Fucker sprinted. He was like, he sprinted to me and he goes, "Sir, can I pull you to the side and talk to you, please?" And I'm like, "All right, what did I do? Like, I don't, what did I do, sir? I just want to let you know that you're about to commit financial fraud." And I'm like, "What do you mean I'm about to connect? What do you mean financial fraud, sir? This check is fraudulent. This check is not real, and I am supposed to tell the FBI about this." And then I go, "Okay, so you want me to I have all the emails, right? I have all the emails." And then I was like, "Oh, this is why I'm just cashing this check. This is like a business opportunity, quote unquote." He was like, "Sir, this is a fraudulent scheme, and that what will happen is if we cash this check for you, the FBI will flag it because of the amount. At the same time, they will run an investigation, and you could potentially go to jail." And I'm like, "Okay, then don't give me this check. like, don't give me the money. Can I get out of this? Can I get out of here without you guys telling anybody?" The guy was nice enough because I was fairly unassuming, right? I was fairly unassuming. It didn't have any. I wasn't wearing any bags. I was, kind of business casual. I was looking for work at the same time, going to interviews. And then he goes, "Yeah, we can let this slide. Just make sure that you don't do this ever again." And I'm like, "Oh, I saved my ass there." But that's the time I almost went to jail.
Bro, you should have used MoneyGram instead of Western Union, bro.
You wouldn't have that problem.
Bro, dude, never again will I trust a Nigerian prince. Never again. Never again. I almost got conned, dude. I almost got scammed. I actually did get scammed. Let's just face facts. I did get scammed, but I almost went to jail. A good thing that I didn't. Good thing that I didn't. But yeah, that's pretty much my jail story.
Yeah.
We have so much to uncover for this week, guys. Earnings are continuing this week.
Yep.
What are your guys' earnings plays? Not earnings, holding through earnings, but what are you guys planning on doing with these earnings reports that are coming up?
Well, first of all, these are legitimate companies. I would hold on to them. Not with AMC. I'm not going to hold on to AMC. Well, you guys are crazy, man.
Hear me out.
I would rather play, any earnings this week than hold on to AMC shares. You guys are crazy.
I mean,
are we?
Hey, but if it shoots up, 300% Monday, hey, I'm gonna be like,
wait,
I'm sorry.
Wait, AMC is reporting when?
What? Do they even have earnings? They're closed right now.
I mean, they have to report something as a business quarterly. You have to report something.
You're really looking it up?
No, I'm looking at the calendar right now. Monday doesn't seem so exciting.
It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You have Alibaba.
Yes.
Pfizer.
Yes.
UPS.
Yep.
Gas, Exxon, BP, McKesson. Not so exciting. EA, FireEye.
Mm-hmm.
FireEye. FireEye, I'm excited about. I'm going to play the reactions to that, not the actual earnings. Did I say EA? Yeah, I said EA. You know what? You know what's kind of exciting? Match.com might kill it again.
I just want to know. Yeah, dude, we completely messed up on Match.com because, people are still, Tindering and...
Yeah, just swiping.
Yeah, this whole pandemic. Exactly. OnlyFans?
Oh, yeah. Only Johns.
Only Johns.
Only Johns. Chipotle, Google, Amgen.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. Wednesday, we have Spotify. I don't know about Spotify.
Spotify ran last quarter. Remember?
They did run last quarter.
Yeah.
Do you think they have legs for this quarter?
I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Nobody knows. The valuation is just too crazy. John wants to talk about PayPal.
Yes, because I use
What's
it a
your take on
lot.
PayPal?
Yeah.
What's your take on PayPal?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna play it. I'm disclaimer right now. I'm doing a same week expiration. Because I'll give you my take on PayPal right now. PayPal introduced cryptocurrency back in December. Okay, they were letting everyone in on crypto for free up until December. I don't know, end of the year, 31st, and then after that they start charging you an arm and a leg. I think they charge about 1.5% for you to buy and sell.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're making a killing.
Oh, I bet.
In crypto.
I bet.
But here's the drawback on for PayPal though. You cannot send money to another wallet right now. You can. That's why we saw a bullish action on crypto, is because everyone was buying it from PayPal for free, but no one can send it to a different wallet. Does that make sense? Yeah. So unlike Cash App, yeah, you can. You can. I can send you my Bitcoin or whatever. But right now, PayPal is all about. They're pretty much a broker right now because you can only buy and sell.
Interesting.
Right. So I am bullish for PayPal because, dude, I think currency right now is just it's ass. Why hold cash? Everything's digital right now.
Yeah. Exactly. What about you, Jay? What do you think about PayPal?
I mean, I actually wasn't watching PayPal until everything that you were saying right now, but I definitely will look into it. I mean, I just used PayPal this morning to buy a new pair of Jordans, but
yeah.
Are you on a shoe embargo too? Because I'm not allowed to buy clothes anymore and buy shoes until I get rid of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's piling up. It's piling up. I have to take a trip to Goodwill or something and go drop something off. I still have clothes from 2012, 2013. I got these big, long, tall tees still.
Hey, did you hold on to your Jabodes?
Like I'm still holding on to AMC.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. Shout out. Oh, by the way, we just dropped the Diamond Hands merch on our website, tradingdaddies.com. They're fire. These are great stuff. The hats, the hoodies. Show everybody your commitment by buying the Trading Daddies Diamond Hands collection. We also have Grubhub coming up.
Well, you know what? Go back to Grubhub. So what's your take on that one since Airbnb's out now? I mean, not Airbnb. I'm sorry, DoorDash.
They definitely took some market share, but to be honest with you, I mean, here in the city, I use DoorDash more because of the variety of restaurants.
Yep.
True.
The variety of the restaurants. I'm more on DoorDash. Grubhub, not so much.
I think, don't quote me on this one. I think DoorDash owns like 70% of the market. Like we're talking about like food delivery service.
Yeah.
Grubhub is there, but they're tiny.
They're tiny. Even Postmates isn't even doing that hot, dude.
Postmates like 5%, I think.
Yeah, Postmates is butt, dude. I don't like Postmates. On Thursday though, we have crazy cool companies that are reporting. You have Pinterest.
Yep.
Remember Pins a couple quarters ago?
Oh my god.
Remember Pins? Snapchat is reporting. Peloton. I don't like Peloton right now.
I don't understand Peloton.
What didn't you understand about Peloton? You get on it and you ride it.
Your story and then my in-law story, it's been like months and they still haven't gotten their bikes yet.
Exactly. So that's why I'm a little bearish on Peloton for this quarter.
Yeah.
They might say that I'm pretty sure they're going to report great earnings. Don't get me wrong. They're going to kill their numbers. But their guidance is going to be so butt that it's not going to be worth it. Right? So the way that I'm actually going to play Peloton, I talked to you guys earlier about this, is I might get into a small position on Peloton because the chart looks nice. The chart looks nice until Thursday when they report. There's going to be a lot of money piling into Peloton because it's a big name.
Because, that too, and remember they bought Precor this quarter. The quarter that they're reporting on, they have Precor on this one.
Yep.
So they might have some revenue from there.
They even have, since they have Precor,
Yeah.
right? They're gonna kill the numbers, but they're not delivering the bikes. They're just not.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to get my bike on January 12th, and now they pushed my delivery to the 24th.
Yep.
I have coworkers. You know how sad I am. I have coworkers that work, like, friends outside of work, right? And they're all riding without me. They're all they're all on like the same class together, and I'm over here still being fat. Like, you know how sad that is. Like, I'm just Peloton is contributing to my obesity.
Look at it this way, okay? You don't lose like all these pounds in the month.
You know, you don't lose.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
More of them in the month. You know when they say quarantine 15, I got the quarantine 55. Also, another company that I'm kind of excited about that you know what? I might take a flyer on this is Unity.
I got to do more research on it. Yeah.
Unity is they
ticker
do
symbol
like
U.
mobile games.
Yeah.
But they're also getting into the enterprise space, and we might get some good news in terms of the enterprise space. Ford is also reporting.
Yeah.
Ford. I can't afford it. Not gonna do it. And then we have Friday, which is not that exciting. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are gonna be the craziest days for earnings. We're not done yet. There's so much to do. There's so many plays out there. Just be careful of your risk. Be careful of how you play these companies. What I would always try to say is play the anticipatory runs to these earnings, and then let the position go, and then play the reactions to the earnings. Because if they do dump, you're gonna see another couple of days that they do dump. So if you're short selling, that's gonna be a good opportunity for you guys. But with that being said, in honor of Tuesday's reporting earnings reports, John has our stock of the week.
You see what I'm hearing? Look,
Is that the free my boy?
Free my boy Jack Ma. So
Jack Ma.
I'm a huge fan of Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. First of all, it's given us so many opportunities when it comes to the chart. It seems like it's predictable, okay? Because I don't think I've lost a trade on Baba, in the past like few months. And I don't want to say when they found Jack Ma, well, he just all of a sudden appeared on the internet. The stock itself jumped 8 to 10%. Remember, Jay? Remember that day, right?
Yeah, I remember that day.
And then I was actually part of. I had shares and calls on the day before, and which was amazing because that was like a $1,200 profit for that trade alone. But the stock of the week is not GameStop or AMC. The stock of the week is called Alibaba Group Holdings. And the reason I picked ticker symbol BABA is because if you guys never heard of it, you probably have on the news. It's pretty much the Chinese version of Amazon. But here's the thing, though. But it's actually bigger. Okay, they offer way more stuff. Okay, believe it or not. The only thing that's holding them back is the government, pretty much. So let's get to it. Alibaba is a Chinese multinational technology company that specializes in e-commerce. We already knew that. But however, they're also in retail. They're also in the internet, meaning they have search engines, okay, and tech. And they're also in financial technology as well because they also have what's called Alipay, which is super convenient. It's like PayPal on steroids because it's like a mobile bank app where you can send money to anyone. You can order sushi. You can buy, I don't know, your bus ticket. You can order an airfare in one app. And then, like, let's say,
How advanced that is?
dude, it's crazy because I downloaded it because, long story short, a friend of mine wanted me to check it out. And it's all in Chinese characters. So I was like, dude, this is confusing. And he explained to me that when you go to a store, you just show them your QR code, be like, well, how much is that? Like, for example, I don't know, you're buying a $10 drink. Here's your QR code. You scan it. You're not handling cash anymore. Yeah, dude, it's insane. And then you go to the bus. You just hand your QR code. Deet. You order like let's say you want to go to a different city, you just order on your app and that's it. You're all set. Dude, it's pretty cool. Um, so anyways, um, going back to the history of Alibaba, it's founded back in 1999 in Hangzhou, Zhejiang, China. I tried to, bro. You might not know this, but I actually studied Mandarin for 6 years in the Philippines. Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, I can believe that. I can believe
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Bro, no one knows that. But ask me if I know anything about Mandarin. No, I don't. I don't remember jack shit. Bro,
Mandarin
that's why my
chicken.
dad whooped my ass back then because like he spent all that money on tuition. But anyways, Jack Ma founded Alibaba back in '99. Okay, and how he came about with his story was he gathered up. Also, he's an English teacher. His English actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He gathered up all his friends. I think there was like a bunch of them, and he gathered up a pool. So they were able to raise $80,000 to, to start Alibaba, which was pretty cool. Because when the company grew, he handed out checks. He was like, "Here's your share."
Yeah.
Here's your share." It was pretty cool. Um, but a cool story about Jack Ma was, if you guys do some research on him, really smart guy. Okay, very business oriented person. And he always would tell this story when he does his, speeches, like in big groups. He would always say, "Oh, I applied at KFC, okay, when it came to our city, right? And 24 people applied for this, I don't know if it was cashiering or whatever, cook, and 23 people got the job, and I didn't." That's what he said. And I was like, "Well, screw you guys, because I'm gonna find, like I'm gonna seek Alibaba." And here he is. He's one of he's actually the richest. Uh, in China. I think he holds about 200 and something billion. I think. No,
Is
he's
it
more
is it Kentucky Fried Chicken or Communist Fried Chicken?
KFC.
KFC. Gotcha.
KFC. Yeah. Um, he was in 2003. Alibaba founded what's called Taobao, and it's a C2C consumer online shopping platform. Okay, and then there's more to that because in 2008 it became a spinoff called Taobao Mall, where pretty much it's like Amazon, uh, plain and simple Amazon. But a few years later, like a couple of years later, they they launched what's called AliExpress. Now, this is where it gets tricky. AliExpress is basically Shopify, Amazon, drop shipping, e-commerce combined, like on steroids. Because AliExpress, if you go on the website, you can actually search. Um, you can search, any item that the Chinese can produce for you. And like for example, I'll give you an example. I just bought a ring light, okay, for I don't know, it was like $60, and it came from China. And so if you go on the AliExpress, you look for these specific ring lights. They'll give you a price per unit. So like let's say they're gonna produce it for you for $10 a unit, and then you can go to Amazon and sell it for 60.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're gonna ask yourself, well, how come they're not, doing it themselves? Why do they need a middleman? It's because they're creating opportunities. Because if they do it themselves, they're limited in capital. They can only make so much. But now if they have like a million salesmen of this ring light, dude, the revenue's unlimited. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can actually even set it up to where you can have it drop shipped
Yep.
from AliExpress to whichever
Yep.
Amazon warehouses that you want. And you don't even
Exactly.
gotta touch it.
Yep. And
Yeah.
and that's why I pick Alibaba over Amazon, especially for this week, is because there's more. But wait, there's more, right? Um, in 2010, well, let's go back to 2006. I think that's when Shopify was born or whatever, was founded. Shopify really grew because of AliExpress. That's why if you look at Shopify's stock chart, I think where is it at now? 1,200.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Alibaba. because now we have these little merchants, like for example, Trading Daddies. Like Trading Daddies could be a drop shipping company. We could be offering stuff like ring lights, and we have a Shopify account, and then once a customer buys from us, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to hold any inventory at all.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why we do what we do.
Yeah. Well, yes, they're buying the brand, but really, majority of the work happens abroad in China.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they just ship it to you, and which is cool because international shipping like has gone like tooth and nail, because now you can actually get your product within like a week. You know, back in the days, it takes like at least 3 weeks to a month.
But yeah.
You know, um, in 2016, I'm going to give you guys a quick explanation. Going back to Taobao and AliExpress, the difference between the two is AliExpress is international drop shipping. Taobao is only local.
Local in China.
Yeah, local in China. Yeah, that's why it's huge in China. In 2016, Alibaba acquired what's called Lazada. It's a Singaporean e-commerce company. So basically, it's a Singaporean Amazon that has sites in like Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. So basically, Alibaba had a stake in Lazada. Okay, so Alibaba is huge in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Where areas in Amazon is majority in the U.S.
In the U.S., yeah.
Like its main core business is in the U.S. Alibaba already spread out,
Yeah.
all of its hands, in other different, Asian countries, right? And which is cool because they also have a plant, they have a site, they have a huge site warehouse in the Philippines, in Laguna. That I knew, that I found out. In 2016, they founded what's called Altrip, and this is what I was talking about in the app that I mentioned, that you can book a plane ticket, just using your app. That has, you can order, I don't know, like let's say a bus accommodation, hotel, airline travel. If you have to take a ferry, it's all in your app. Plus, if you want to, like, let's say, go to a supermarket, you have your QR code right there. It's so convenient. Yeah. They released it for the younger generation, us millennials. I just found out about it like a few months ago. In 2017, check this out. We all know that Amazon bought Whole Foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But back in the days, like Alibaba was way ahead of the game. That I think that's where Amazon got the idea from, and I think they're trying to spin it off, because in 2017, Alibaba was just opening up chains of supermarkets. It's called Hema, okay, and I think they're trying to integrate their app where you can do cashless payments. So again, Amazon introduced Whole Foods, and they're trying to do Amazon Go, and it's familiar in San Francisco. I think there's a bunch of them. There's one in Market. It's funny because they have 2 security guards there. It's cashless payments, but they have security guards. Who are you gonna rob?
Yeah.
Right? It's funny because like when I saw that, I was like, why do they have security guards if it's cashless? Just think about it.
I think just run out with it.
Exact. Well, come on. Like, would you run off, with a bag of strawberries or grapes?
I've seen worse.
And get shot? Like, really? Like, just for a bag of grapes? Like,
I've seen worse.
Yeah, whatever. So they have a chain of supermarkets, and then they can also, customers can actually order in the store or online and have it delivered under 30 minutes. Now, you're going to be like, well, that's just insane. Well, you're also talking about China here, where they have the most bodies in the world.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can probably hire some guy in the streets and be like, hey, you want to make like $5? Can you deliver this groceries? Like, they probably say yes.
Possible. That's possible.
Alibaba is also in the internet services, if you guys are wondering. They also, if you guys have heard of WeChat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, a few of my friends use WeChat. They also have what's called, this is a funny name, Ali Wang Wang. No disrespect, but that's what it's called. I'm telling you, dude, the power of the internet, bro.
Tell me what they do.
Alibaba has an internet service called Ali Wang Wang, this was like a decade ago, which is an instant messaging software. So basically like AOL or whatever. Ali Wang Wang.
What did you say? You send a message and it goes wang wang.
Yeah. Dude, I was laughing when I was writing this down. I was like, what the heck? Alibaba is one of the biggest company in the world. It has a market cap of 686 billion. It's as big as Facebook, pretty much. And then if you compare it to Amazon, dude, Amazon's like a $1 trillion, company, right? But Alibaba's not that far off. But the way they service their customers, I think they're way ahead, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think the way they service their consumers, they're way ahead. Yeah, because
in order for you to service a population that big like China,
yeah, dude,
you
insane.
have the infrastructure in place, and I think that's the reason why the CCP is so heavy-handed in it.
That's the thing, though, because when Jack Ma was, like he was gone, he was MIA.
He was being reconditioned.
Yeah, dude, like he does not look the same at all. Like that's a different Jack Ma right there. Like free my boy right there. It seems like the government wanted to take a bigger stake in Alibaba, and no offense to the CCP, it's just that it's how do you, if you were the business owner, if you founded that baby of yours, right? And then the government just decides to tell you, oh, we own 70% of it now. You can't do anything about it. Dude, I'd be pissed too, man. No wonder he went to I don't know, Cancun or something. Like he was gone for like months.
But then again, we're talking about the CCP.
I know, man. He was probably hanging out in the gulag or something.
Yeah, like if they say if the CCP busts down your door and says, hey, we want 70%, in order for you to stay in business, it's either you give them the 70% or they'll take 100%.
They wanted the bigger stake in Alibaba because
would you rather have 30% of something or 100% of nothing?
Yeah. He can't make a decision on that one. That's why he took a long vacation.
He took a long vacation.
So Jack Ma reappeared. He reappeared. It's funny because it was online. It wasn't an actual Jack Ma. Like he didn't appear out of nowhere. It was online, right?
Did we not read that right? It was not Jack Ma. It was Jackie Ma. Like it's stunt double.
Man, like I would love to visit China one day. Baba has a 52-week low of 169.95 and has a 52-week high of 319.32. Right now, it's in the middle. You have so much upside on this stock right now. That's why it's one of my top 8 stocks for the year. They are reporting this Tuesday, and yes, I am bullish for this earnings. And it's best part about it is that Amazon's reporting Tuesday as well. So this is my stock of the week. Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, thank you, John, for that amazing stock of the week. We are coming across time here. Before we leave, top 5 plays for you guys. Let's start with Jay.
Hear me out.
No, don't say it.
I mean, I'm still in AMC, honestly. You guys brought out the degenerate in me.
What?
I mean, prior to Friday, honestly, like technicals was definitely out the window. You know what I mean? But from what I saw on Friday, it's sort of chopping around like between this $12 and $16 level. I got $11.97 to support, and as long as it stays above that, I mean, and it can break through the $16 level. Honestly, I think it can still go up. That's just me.
What's your average
right now? It's kind of chopping around between 40 and 20%.
Wait, no. What's your average?
What do you mean?
What's your
Where
purchase price?
where'd you buy it at?
Oh, I bought it at 11.97.
That's not bad.
Was that from Wednesday?
Yeah.
You hold
I
it
still
to
got.
Wednesday?
Wait, what?
I still got 25% running. I took 75% of my basically position off the table. I left 25% going, and I've just been watching it ever since.
You could have
It
traded
even,
it like so many times.
it even came down to what, $7, $8, and I was still holding. Fuck it.
Talk about having manos de diamante.
Jesus, diamond hands, bro.
Also, I'm actually watching ticker symbol CCIV, a company called Churchill.
Yep.
I got some insider
Tip.
news from a friend that that's in there. I guess they're supposed to. I mean, they're trying to keep it on the down low. I mean, some people have heard of it, but they're supposed to be merging with a company called Lucid.
Oh.
Lucid is supposed to be like Tesla's rival.
Well, you know what? Their engineer, their CEO used to be the head engineer of Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah. And on Thursday, I mean, I got a buddy that works up in there. They said that, he had told me that they had a couple of Lucid reps in the building, and they're really trying to keep it low. So, I mean, I'm not getting into it now, but I mean, it's definitely on my watch. Last Friday, it's looking pretty bullish. I mean, it's going up, but we'll see what it does this week.
I got 500 shares.
I'm gonna load up the boat here soon.
Not for real. I got 500 shares.
No, you really do. When did you get in that trade? When did you get in that trade?
I didn't tell you because
Yeah,
you didn't like it.
See, dude, didn't I say that when you do it, you tell me so I can start looking for an entry?
Hey, I told you about AMC, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but you didn't tell me about CCIV.
Because
we made a pact.
I didn't tell you about CCIV because if I were wrong, I would have been like, "Whew, thank God I didn't tell him."
No, remember we trade as a pair here.
I know, but if I'm right, I would have been like, "Oh man, I should have told you about this." I mean, it's only up like 20%. You can still buy.
If we're doing this, if we're having confessions here, John, I bought 10,000 shares of a penny stock.
You did. You told me, and I was not happy about that. I was slightly disappointed. But you know what? You my boy, so I'm gonna support you on this one.
Ticker symbol SING.
I know.
I bought 10,000 shares.
Where's it? Are you down on it?
I mean, I'm down $30 on it.
Okay. Yeah, because it doesn't move. There's no volume.
Yeah, there's not going to be any volume in it. Let it be. If this pops, bro.
Oh my God.
This is my version of Dogecoin. All I need is $1.
Oh my God. Insane.
Any other plays, Jay?
I mean, that's it for now.
Nice, John.
I have Baba. I have PayPal. I'm also in AMD. I'm somewhat down on that one. I think I'm down like 5-6% on that one. I might cut it. I'm not sure yet. I'm also in the SNOW Snowflake. That one I'm down about 4%. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut that one. I did load up on CCIV for the anticipation. I mean, if I'm right, I'm sorry. I should have told you. But if I'm wrong, it's whatever. Also, what I want to look into is longer term plays like Nico had mentioned, CCL, hotels, and I was looking into WYNN, WYNN.
Mm-hmm.
I think the chart's setting up, but here's my take though. I think we are in for a dip. Okay, so if you look at SPY broke support, Dow broke support, and I think tech is lagging. Tech is going to come down to at least 309. So that's another 2.5% right there. So just be aware that a dip of a 2.5% will come or could come this week because it just makes sense. I mean, I'm still going to buy the dip regardless.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, we've seen like a 3-week bull run. We've had an amazing January. It has to come
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not like contrary to, this is an unpopular opinion. Stonks don't always just go up. There are ebbs and flows. In the long term, yes. That's why we always preach that time in the market is better than timing the market, which we didn't really do this past week because holy hell, that was crazy. Holy hell, that was crazy. As
So
far as
hold on. Let me cut you off. You're saying time in the market. So you're gonna hold AMC for a longer term. Is that what you're saying
you know
here?
what? If they take off restrictions tomorrow and it runs, John,
I might join you guys. I might join for a day trade.
Hey, I'll see you at 3:45 in the morning on Monday.
we're gonna be up at 4 o'clock every day just to watch
Hell
it.
no.
I just gotta get out now. It hit 30. So with that being said, I'm still in Apple. I managed to grab 100 shares of Apple. I'm still in AMC. I have BNGO, but I would watch BNGO because the rumor is that Kathy is really looking at it. They're saying that BNGO is the missing piece in their genomic ETF. So watch it. They did. There's amazing news on BNGO. As always, Palantir forever. And I said earlier, I have 10,000 shares of Sing. We're still in Fisker. Mara, watch Mara for a crypto play.
I forgot about Mara.
As Bitcoin moves, Mara moves.
Yep.
Right. So it's going to be volatile for a bit because it's following exactly what Bitcoin is doing.
Yep.
Neo, we're going to see a good bounce on Neo pretty soon, I feel. And Twitter, I'm just holding Twitter for the hell of it because I still believe in the chart. It just crossed over the MACD. And I guess now I'm going to get into CCIV. Let me give you guys a bull case of CCIV, other than what Jay has told us. Remember a couple episodes ago, I said that somebody in CCIV's board of directors is also part of the board of directors for Lucid. So that marriage is just about to happen, and we're just waiting for that to pop. So if I were you, I would load up as much as you guys can, and then just wait for the pop. And when it pops, sell off because you don't want to hold that until it reports the actual date of the merger.
Well, how come you guys still holding AMC? It already popped.
Yeah, it popped, John. And then what if they get rid of restrictions on Monday?
God, you're giving me a headache, bro. You just contradicted yourself.
Every stock is different, John. Every stock is different. But yeah, so I do believe that once CCIV pops, what happens with these SPAC plays is if it pops, we get all this news up to the merger, and the merger happens, and then it will dip. So be prepared. Like a lot of these SPAC plays, it's like that. And I'm also looking at IPOE. I really do believe in Papa Polly. Papa Polly. That's his new name. It's Papa Polly. IPOE is going to be merging with SoFi, and I think SoFi is a really good company when it comes down to small business lending and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So, put that on watch. But other than that, any last words, guys? None. As always, follow us on Instagram at Trading Daddies. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Jay, want to plug up your Instagram?
Instagram at BussDown Investments. That's at BUSSDOWN Investments. www.bussdowninvestments.com.
There you go. If you guys want to learn more in-depth stuff, please hit up Jay. Or if you guys want his information, hit us up. We'll give you his information, no doubt. But other than that, we are running a contest. Please go on the contest if you guys want to learn how to trade and have a mentorship from our very own John. Please join the contest. And we are also running a 15% off sale on our merch site, tradingdaddies.com. So with that being said, let's get trading.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you guys want to learn how to trade? Do you guys want to learn how to navigate the stock market? Do you guys want to win a mentorship with our own John? we're doing a contest on Instagram for those who want to learn how to trade and want to be a trading daddy. Now, everybody could be a trading daddy. There's no membership required. But in order for you to navigate the markets, you have to have some kind of basic knowledge in order to do so. So with that being said, John, can you please tell us what comes with this package?
So first of all, you don't need to have a kid to be called a trading daddy. Okay. So this package right here we're talking about all inclusive.
All inclusive, like a resort?
All inclusive 30-day one-on-ones, spending time with me, your boy John, Teflon John.
Ooh.
So okay, enough with the BS. So what you guys are going to be winning if you do get picked, you guys are going to learn how to set up your charts, what to look for, because that's super important. We're going to set up your watch list. We're going to look at supports and resistances, set up your broker, your TD Ameritrade, whatever. I hope it's not Robinhood. We're going to talk about profit taking. We're going to talk about sizing. We're going to talk about so many things. Psychologically, how to trade psychologically, be prepared mentally and physically as well. It's an all-inclusive course. And the best part is that you're not paying $1,000. You're paying zero.
Zero for the free?
For the free, all you have to do is just tag 5 friends. We're just trying to blow up.
Yep, tag 5 friends. These are the contest instructions, right? To enter, make sure that you like the contest post on our Instagram. Like the contest post, not my personal post, not John's personal post, the actual contest post on our Instagram, as well as tagging 5 friends. We are counting. Tag 5 friends. Just like the post. Make sure that you guys are following us on Instagram. The contest starts today, the 27th, and then we will pick a person live on February 6th to announce the winner on our podcast. Yeah. So just to let you guys know, just a quick disclaimer, right? I'm going to say this now, and it's also going to be on the podcast, on the Instagram page, it's a beginner's trading course. It's providing it's provided solely for informational and general education and not guaranteed to give returns. Trading and investing in stock, options, or equities involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. So with that being said, may the odds be in your favor, and hopefully you win.
Yeah, let's go.